Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing on this lovely Thursday? I'm sitting at the park, enjoying this heat. I love parks, and I also love parking at the parks. Just sitting in my car and letting the breeze blow through underneath some trees, and that is just a calming time for me. Say hello to Pueblo. She came out with me today, and we're just out here running some errands, and I just wanted to say hello. I wanted to say hello to my MIT troopers and my mental mama bears. This is D. Lynette, for those who don't know, and this is what the heat does to my hair. It makes it a poof poof afro, but what the who, with natural hair you're supposed to just let it flow, and that's what I'm doing. So it does its own thing. I had just witnessed road rage at its finest. As the cars pass you by, it seems like this small car stopped kind of short and pulled over. I guess she wanted to make a U-turn, because I did see her make a U-turn, and this truck that must have been right behind that car just blew the horn, and it has a powerful motor, and it revved up, and you saw the dust in the wind. Road rage at its finest. And I experience road rage sometimes. About a week or so ago, I was trying to get on the highway, and you know how it's two lines that merge into one, and then you enter the highway. Well, I had my blinkers on, and I was in the left lane that was ending, so I was trying to get into the right lane, and there was a car that was behind me, and there was a truck behind that car. So I was trying to speed up with my signal on to get in that right lane. In that left lane. Did I say it backwards? So you know how you have the right lane and the left lane, and then the right lane ends, and you have to merge it to the left lane to get onto the highway. That's what I meant. So anyway, as I was trying to do that with my blinkers on, there was enough space for me to do it between that car and one, like 2 cars length ahead of her, and I was trying to get in that space. This car decides to speed up, like, I'm not letting you through. And I was like, then what am I supposed to do? I'm losing lane space, and then there's a big heavy loaded truck behind that car, so what am I supposed to do? And we both met right at the point where that merging ends, and if she didn't let me in, I could have went into like the wall that's right there on some highways, and it was just unnecessary. Like, why would you speed up when you see I'm trying to get over, and I had the chance to get over, and she wouldn't let me. She or he. I didn't get a chance to look inside the car. And they had a pretty nice car, so you know, if it would have been an accident, thank God it wasn't. She or he would have messed up their pretty little car. I have an older car, but it's still in great condition. I love my little car, and I love like the sunroof action. You know, when I got the car, you know, that was the thing. It was 2 years old when I got the car. And I had it for several years since, but it's treating me very well. Right, Pablo's treating us well. Pueblo. Why do I call my own teddy bear Pablo? Maybe that's another name in another language. But her name is Pueblo, and she's my co-host, and she just, you know, sits there like how they have on TMZ, where you have the person that's doing most of the talking, then you have somebody that's like standing up in back of them or what have you. So that's what Purple is, my co-host, my sidekick. And so, yeah, anyway, that's road rage at your finest. What I do on highways is when I see a car trying to merge, doing the very same thing, I don't speed up. I actually like let them, the best I can, get over. And now sometimes they act like they don't believe I'm letting them do that, but I do. So I give people that space. You know, that's just common courtesy. So that's my tidbit about road rage. And yes, I did get upset. You know, I was actually talking to my daughter on the phone afterwards, and I was like, you know, stuff like this just, it does cause road rage, because it's just unbelievable how people aren't being courteous when it comes to driving, and that's how all these accidents occur, you know. So I had one accident in 2009 that totaled my favorite SUV, a Suzuki XL7. It only had like 4,000 miles on it when I got it. It was a 7-seater, leather seats. I loved my SUV, and it got totaled back in 2009. So, and I was the one that was hit. Somebody ran a red light, and I did what you're supposed to do, which is give it a few minutes after your light turns green. But that car still actually was coming down off of a bridge, and she just ran a red light, plain and simple. But that was years ago. So I just wanted to say hey, and I know yesterday my video was a bit down. So can you see the difference in me? Like, you know, I'm just smiling, and my voice is different. Like, you know the difference when you're up and down and depressed, you know. So today I'm feeling much better, and like I said, parks give me a sense of serene, and that's what I like to do. So, but it's hot, you know, and I can't keep my car running because, you know, that just takes up too much gas. So I really don't have much to talk about right now. Like I said, my before in other videos, my son is back home. He's been home since Monday, and you know, the major issue is staying on your medication, because once you go off your medication, you have a serious mental illness and you're back up in the hospital. So I mean, he's basically independent. It's just that he gets a lot of services. It's just that you know, when you're living by yourself, you don't think to take your medications, and not everybody wants to get the shot. So but you know, reminders are put on his phone, and you know, he gets calls from his services. He just has to take it. That's the bottom line, right, Purple? Because you don't want to see your big brother back in that hospital no more, right? You want him to thrive and just try to enjoy life the best you can. I know it's a lot going on. I mean, but so much is going on that you do need breaks. You do need to come sit in the park, whether you're sweating or not. You know, you have to do things like go on vacation, because you have to clear your mind. But nowadays, even when you go overseas, there's so much going on. So I don't know what to tell you. I know I like cruises, you know, because you get to go to different places and enjoy the cruise, you know, if it happens to be a good cruise. You know, some people get sick and crazy things happen on cruises, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. So yeah, so in doing these videos, it's not just about me just talking about my life. I want to talk about different topics regarding mental health, and that's why I would like for those of you who are viewing my videos to add me on Facebook, like my page, and It's not a business page. I probably should have made it a business page, but it's not really a business page. I mean, I might do that in the future. But yeah, on Instagram, on Twitter, you know, just pull up D. Lynette, the author. And, you know, all my pages have links. So even if you go like to Instagram, you'll see the links to the other pages. So, and ask me questions about what you're going through, is in regards to mental health and when it comes to dealing with the, organization of mental health. And so much is going on now with Medicaid. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, you read it in the paper, and then I'm going to go to a meeting at the end of the month through NOMNI that's going to talk more about this Medicaid change and how it affects those who are, you know, needing those services. And you know, I've been dealing with mental health organizations since my son was 8, and then for myself 2009, and then later on down in the years. So if you have questions, you know, just feel free to ask on my pages, and I will respond. And then once I get enough followers, I will start doing Facebook Live, you know, to discuss mental health, the stigma, the illnesses, and what we can do as a African American community, because that is who I'm serving, or that is my that's the audience I'm trying to reach, particularly mothers who have young children and older children that are experiencing mental illness and all the problems that come with it. And if you have mental illness yourself, just to chat, you know. But you can't shy away from it, you know. It's real and it's happening. And in the Anglo-Saxon community, I mean, they'll get help in a second. So who are we to not get help for ourselves and for our loved ones, particularly our children? So, you know, you can't just say get over it, or, you know, and you have to pray. It's prayer plus works. You know, just like how the Bible says faith without works is dead. Well, prayer without works, it's going to go nowhere. So when you ask for prayer, you still have to take care of yourself the same way you would take care of yourself with any other mental illness. Like, for instance, high blood pressure. What, am I not going to not take my blood pressure medication? Of course. Because I'm caring for my heart in more ways than one. So if I'm going to take medication for my high blood pressure to keep it at a decent level, I have to do the same with my mental health. Plain and simple. And it's more than just medications. It's also, you know, supports and therapy. So if you feel if your children are being bullied or experiencing mental health issues, seek help for them. Start with a therapist. Talk to somebody. Because little children shouldn't be committing suicide. It's just ridiculous that they even know what to do, or they're getting bullied that bad. I was bullied, you know, in my school years, but not to that point. I mean, just being called skinny and Dark Vader and things like that. But I will be stopping this video because 15 minutes is my max, because first of all, I don't want to bore people, and second of all, you have to go through a whole separate process with YouTube when you post some videos over 15 minutes. So I will cut this one short and I will continue. So what, Pablo? You decided to come with me today. I'll be right back, y'all.